Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. As usual, the first thing you're going to do is open Prot, and you don't need the picture. I'm keeping the lab instructions up on the screen during this. So I have the files downloaded, and the first thing you do is you bring them into your object window. Um, so let's do the one that we didn't do on Friday, the magnification one. Okay, so let's bring that in. And okay, so we're going to annotate it on two tiers, right? We're going to do word stress and phrase stress. Oops. And now let's open these. Make sure my sound is turned up. Okay, so let's listen to what we have.
Magnification. The degree of magnification depends on the power of the lens.
Okay, so the stuff in the book on intonational phrases is very helpful. So if you haven't read that especially closely, I would go back and give that another look in chapter 5. So, okay, so the first thing here, let's make this window a little bit bigger. All right. So what's showing right now is the spectrogram and formants, but for this lab, we don't need that stuff. So we're going to uncheck show spectrogram, and we're also going to uncheck show formants. And what we are going to show is pitch and intensity. Okay, so pitch is measured in hertz, and intensity is measured in decibels. Okay, so what you're going to do is for each word that has more than two syllables, you're going to mark word stress, and it's okay to just mark one word stress per word. So I know that in magnification that there's the biggest stress is on the K syllable, but there's also a little bit of stress on mag. But since the stress on K is bigger than the stress on mag, it's fine to just mark the stress on K. So here, I actually think that that the whole sentence, so the degree of magnification depends on the power of the lens, I think that just constitutes a single intonational phrase. So then there are going to be two intonational phrases because the utterance of magnification in isolation is going to constitute a separate intonational phrase. So we just have the one word utterance of magnification being an intonational phrase, and then the other intonational phrase is the whole sentence. So what we will do is on our phrase stress tier, we can just type in magnification. And so here, since this is its own intonational phrase, we are going to put the apostrophe there. Okay, and I like I said in class, I don't like that apostrophe. So sorry, that's a flight. Let's go to the type it IPA thing and get that nicer apostrophe. Okay, so it's this guy here. Okay, so you can copy that and put that into to use that symbol to mark stress. Okay. So I said in the instructions that it's fine to mark
magnification.
Why is this all highlighted?
The degree of magnification depends on the power of the lens.
Okay.
Magnification.
Okay, that's...
The degree of magnification depends on the power of the lens.
All right. Now, why is this whole thing highlighted?
Magnification.
That's weird.
The degree of magnification depends on the power of the lens. Magnification. The degree of magnification depends on the power of the lens. Magnification. The degree of magnification depends on the power of the lens.
Apparently the boundaries don't want to be inserted. There must just be something funny with this. Oh, there we go. Okay, so there we go. I can insert the boundary over here because if you want to just use the brackets, that's fine, but let's just keep it with the brackets, okay? So that's going to be 1, and then the other one is going to be the degree of magnification depends on the power of the lens. Oops. Okay, let's get the space in there. And so in this intonational phrase, you're going to need to find the biggest stress. I am not going to tell you what that is, but there is a clue as to what it is in the book. And I know that some of this stuff is hard to hear, so you're not going to be graded on whether or not you get the stress right. It's more about the process of doing the lab. But so you're going to need to mark the tonic stress in the full intonational phrase, as well as the word stress for any word that is more than 2 syllables. So in the second intonational phrase, which is the full the full sentence, that's going to be degree, magnification, depends, and power. Okay? But remember that the tonic stress doesn't need to be in one of those words, because the tonic stress can fall on a monosyllabic word, which we're not marking stress on, because obviously a monosyllabic word does not have does not have 2 syllables or more. Okay, so now that we have, oh no, I don't do that. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to take those measurements. So let's do this and zoom to the selection.
Magnification, magnification, magnification.
Okay, so let's get the, we're going to measure the pitch and intensity at, right at the beginning of the articulation of the vowel, because you don't, even though you might think that a stressed syllable begins with a consonant, which it does, it begins with K, the K, what actually bears stress are vowels. So if you're measuring stress, if you're measuring amplitude, it's best to look at a vowel articulation. So don't get these measurements for K, get them for the A sound. But I'm doing it for you, so you can just use these. So let's see if let's isolate that vowel. We can just zoom into that. So I think like right here is fine. Yeah, that's good. So here, let me open up a text document to write these down in. So I will label it stress, pitch, and amplitude intensity measurements. So in magnification, these are going to be, so what you do here is you say pitch and you say get pitch. Okay, so the pitch is going to be 186 hertz. I can't remember what we said in class about rounding to the nearest 10 or not. You're not like graphing it or anything, so you can just round to the 1. If you've already done it and you've done it with 10s, that's okay. But let's just keep it as rounded to the single digit. Okay, so that's going to be 186. 186 is going to be 186 hertz. Remember, you got to use units. Equals the pitch of the stressed syllable in magnification. A stressed syllable. So you could just write K. You don't really need to do that. K. And say that magnification, it's the 4th syllable, right? And now let's get the intensity at this same point. Okay, so get intensity is 62 decibels. Equals intensity. And of course, it's also going to be the stressed syllable, K, that 4th syllable. So here, let's actually label, is that going to work? Yes. You don't need to do the brackets here because there's nothing that you're bracketing. It's just individual words, but we can just mark stress here too, right? Okay. All right, and then you'll write out the degree, blah blah blah, but you'll mark stress on the stress syllables in degree, magnification, depends, and power. But that's in the word stressed here, not the phrase stressed here. In the phrase stressed here, you're only indicating stress at the full intonational phrase level. Okay, so within for the phrase stressed here, within each set of brackets, there should only be one stress. Okay, that's important, so I'm going to repeat it. Within each within each pair of brackets, within each brackets, there should be only one stress, one apostrophe marking stress. Okay, what else? Oh, how to label that stuff. Okay, let's zoom out a little bit. Okay, here we are with the full recording, all right? So what you're gonna need to do is, so what does it say here? Sorry. Right, so you're going to mark, you're on the on the not spectrogram. Let me hide intensity for now, actually, okay? Because it's a little bit messy. You can show it or in your printout or not. Actually, it doesn't actually matter if you show it to me in your printout. It's just that you have to have it at some point to get the measurement for the different syllables. But so here, what you're going to need to do based on this is label each word stress and tonic syllable. So show me on the pitch track where the stressed syllable is. Okay, so you're not labeling intensity here. You're just labeling stress, which we're treating as a function of pitch in this visualization. So sorry, this is turning out to be a long video, isn't it? So you're just going to have one pen or symbol, whatever, marking word stress and one marking tonic stress. So over here, they're going to be the same, right? Where word stress and tonic stress coincide here because the intonational phrase is a single word, okay? So you're going to have your two different colored arrows or your arrow and your X pointing to the same location on the pitch track. But over here, you're going to have, so degree, magnification, depend, and power, you're going to have 4 arrows indicating word stress and only 1 arrow indicating tonic stress. So you can either use, like I said, now for like the 8th time, you can use either different colored arrows, and you can draw this in with pen, or you can use like an arrow and an X. Just whatever you do, make sure you make me a little legend. You can write it on there. You don't need to type it. That tells me, oh, the green arrow is tonic stress. The blue arrow is word stress. Okay, I think this is everything. Okay, hopefully this is clear. And remember, you have to do this for the other one too. The other recording too. But that's it. You don't need to do any analysis or anything or discussion for this lab. It's just the process of marking up the pitch tracks and taking the different measurements and recording them and putting the right stuff in the word stress and phrase stress tiers. Okay. I hope everybody had a nice weekend. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.